Hi. Okay, so I had to unmute my mic. I'm still learning this platform here. I'm Sabongale at We Don't Retire, We Ascend. I'm going to try not to talk so much today. I'm working on some projects. I'm always working on more than one project. Today I'm working on, and I'll give, if there's going to be anybody to join me tonight, I'm going to give them a chance to log on. And hey, big sis. Hey, Dee. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just starting, trying to give people a chance to log on. And still, of course, learning this platform. But again, I'm always trying to get some writing done. I've had a couple other things added to my plate here recently, and so I'm really having to make more of an effort to focus on my writing. Right, I'm doing I'm on a couple of editing teams for a couple of publications, and so just volunteering to do that in order to hone my skills, but hone my craft. But tonight I've been working on submissions for a writing retreat. I am trying to, I am working on attending at least one or two retreats in the year, something I've always wanted to do, just take a week or a weekend and go somewhere off in the woods and do some writing and be able to focus solely on writing. And so this is application season for that sort of thing. And I've gotten a couple of applications that I need to get out, and I'm working on the submissions for that. So I'm going to be doing that. Let me know what you're working on. If you're working on something special, if you're working on just doing some writing, if you're doodling, whatever it is, just let me know what you're working on. I'd like to know. Let's see, what else? As you may or may not know or may not have heard, I just completed my first year in retirement, and I'm happy to report that all is well. And I'm looking forward to the second year being even better, despite what we hear going on around us. I'm looking forward to good things this year. And I'm going to talk about that on a live stream, probably around the 14th or 15th, 13th, 14th or 15th, somewhere around that weekend in a couple of weeks. I'm going to do a live stream to talk about what I've been doing my first year in retiring, because people always want to know, what are you going to do when you retire? I'm going to talk about that in a couple of weeks. So make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I go live and when I plan to go live. To talk about that. And I would love for you to come and ask questions. I want to hear from everybody. If you have questions on what happens with retirement, what goes on in retirement, what do you do with your time, and all of those kinds of things. If you've been watching my channel, you probably know a little bit about what I've been doing, but that would be a great time to just drop in and ask your questions, anything you want to know about my retirement. Because I'm going to be live. I'm talking about that. So I guess we are about 5 minutes in. I'm sure you're coloring. Okay, so Big Sis is coloring a postcard for your grandmother. How nice. Do you ever do and this is a good time to do that too if you want adult coloring books. I have some adult coloring books. Well, they call them adult coloring books because they're a lot more involved than the children's coloring books. But I love adult coloring books. To me, they are so calming and so relaxing. If you need to focus and center your mind, get a whole bunch of those colored pencils and one of those adult coloring books with all the lines, and you focus it so much on staying in between the lines, you can't think about nothing else. Okay, so I have the clock here. I guess for starters, it's just gonna be me and you, Dee. I appreciate the company. I do. And I usually am not on here for more than about 30 minutes, and the 15 minutes is somewhere in between. I think I'm going to try to stop maybe at about seven and a half minutes to at least check in to see if anybody else has checked in. And then we'll complete the time. Now, you can write more than 15 minutes. You can color more than 15 minutes, whatever you're doing. If you're doing homework, whatever you're doing, you can do it for more than 15 minutes. But this is just an opportunity for you to come and focus solely on that, almost like a 15-minute retreat, right? We don't think about nothing else here except that 15 minutes of writing, getting that writing done. If you continue to write after that, wonderful. I probably will as well. But this will help us to establish communities, establish a writing community, and do that 15 minutes. If nothing else is going right in your life, this is 15 minutes for you to get centered and do your writing. Okay? So I have a clock here. I'm going to set the clock and I'll check back in after about 7 minutes. Okay? So I'm setting that clock right now. Okay, so wow, that 7 minutes went by so fast, right? So I'm gonna just be quiet, and these next 6 minutes, um, let us continue to do our thing. Of course, if you have any questions, if any questions about this process at all, just drop it in the comments. All right. So that 15 minutes is poof, gone. I'd like to be able to do this for a longer amount of time, but I'm hoping to build an audience, gain a following, gain a community. To be able to do that. I guess I don't have to. I just don't want to be here on YouTube writing by myself for 30, 40 minutes, possibly longer, an hour. But it would be wonderful. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've heard of the silent book clubs. Has anyone ever heard of the silent book clubs? Where people come together and just read. Everybody's reading their own book. You don't have to talk to anybody. That's kind of what I'd like to achieve here, right? To be able to come online and do whatever writing that you have to do or need to do or must do or want to do. So I will continue to write. Even after I've logged off, I will continue to write. Have you done the silent book clubs? Even if you don't have a silent book club where you are, you can find silent book clubs. I think it's silentbookclubs.com, and you can start a chapter where you are. If you don't have one where you are, there's several in the Atlanta area. A couple in Clayton County. But I just love that idea, right? That you might want to be around people. You just don't want to talk to them. Yes. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me, Dee. Those of you who may join in the replay. I don't know if this is something that you want to replay, but you could. Even if you just wanted to use it as a way to focus yourself, focus your own time, right? 15 minutes is 15 minutes. You can do it whenever you want. Okay, I understand. Just getting your rhythm in the last 5 minutes. Yeah, because 15 minutes really isn't a lot. It's not a lot. And it goes by fast. So continue to write. Even once you log off, just continue to write. And try to use that time for something productive. So yeah, if I can get enough people to give me ideas about the times that are best for them. For me, evenings are good, but as far as setting up a regularly scheduled time, I have yet to do that, right? And I know these things take time. Building an audience takes time, right? Building a following takes time. But you're right. I can hardly get situated within that 15 minutes right before it's time to stop. But I just like the idea of having others to co-write with. And I found that out when I was co-writing or co-working with Rashida, when Rashida Dow on Rashida Dow's channel, when she does her co-writing or co-working session. When I was still working, I actually used to co-work with her when I actually was still on the job. And so that's what gave me the idea for this. And it's nice when you have other people to just, pass ideas back and forth, talk in between time, and then go back to working, take your breaks and go back to working, right? And that's what I'd like to be able to do here. And yes, I would like to extend it to longer than 15 minutes. And when I'm able to commit to a regularly scheduled time, I will probably do it more often. Otherwise, these are kind of like pop-up sessions, right? They're kind of like pop-up sessions. And even as I am talking, I'm thinking I could have been still writing, right? So thank you, Dee, for joining me. Thank you for anyone, again, joining me in the future. I'm going to cut it here. And I don't want to keep you from doing any writing. If you still have time this evening, go ahead and finish doing the writing, finish doing your coloring. I like the idea of doing the coloring book, coloring a postcard for your grandmother. That's beautiful. And do that. And I'm going to continue to work on my submission for the writing retreat. And I'll let you know again when I'm going to do this again. if you are logging on in the future, make sure that you click like, click share, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you'll know the next time that I will be doing a live, okay? And also look for that live that I'm expecting to do to talk about my first year in retirement. There's not going to be any time limits on that. I'm just going to talk until ain't nobody else there to talk to, okay? But I'm hoping everybody comes out to celebrate with me, to celebrate my first year in retirement. So thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful evening. Talk with y'all later. Peace.